So Japan's clean, safe, and usually pretty comfortable, but truth is, getting sick while traveling can still happen, and I see it pretty often. This video isn't about hospitals or scary emergencies, it's about the most common issues tourists face, like feeling under the weather after a long travel day, and then what you can do to treat yourself safely using local drugstores and simple tools. Hi everyone, it's Abby from Pictour. I'm a photographer and guide in Japan, and I am not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV. This is simply practical advice. Let's get started. All right, so part one, of course, is to listen to your body. Don't ignore those early signs, and I see it often. You're tired after finishing up work or school, and then you immediately hop on a long flight over to Japan. You don't sleep well on the plane, you eat the weird plane food that they give you, and if when you arrive you feel unusually tired, your throat's scratchy, your stomach's acting weird, just pause. And this is why I usually advise doing nothing important on your first day or even your second day in Japan. Many people will have to deal with jet lag, and even outside of that, you're going to be introduced to a whole lot of new germs all at one time. I remember the first time I came to Japan, I seemed to get every illness under the sun over and over again. And I'm not saying this to scare you or to imply that Japan isn't clean, because it's incredibly clean, but it's as a personal recommendation to take it slow and not overdo it. I was so excited to go around and see as much as possible that I sacrificed my health to do so. So don't do that. You'll be walking a lot, navigating trains and other unfamiliar environments, adjusting to new food, and if your body's waving a little red flag, just pay attention early. Some good things to enjoy before you start to feel too bad, or even while you feel great, so that you keep feeling great, are things like CC lemon or other vitamin C products, electrolytes or something like Aquarius or Pocari Sweat if you're sweating a lot, a hand sanitizer or little soaps to bring with you, as some temples, shrines, old station bathrooms don't have soap sometimes, healthy snacks from the convenience store, and of course, just getting enough rest. So part two, what to buy at Japanese pharmacies. You won't be able to buy medicine at a 7-Eleven, unfortunately. They don't have it at convenience stores. You'll need to go to a drugstore. But don't worry, because drugstores here are actually pretty great. You'll see chains like Matsumoto Kiyoshi, Sundrug, and Welcia all over the place. Here's what to look for and what it helps with. So first we have Lulu. This is for cold and flu. It helps with sore throat, congestion, general fatigue. The go-to if you think you might have a cold or flu. Next is Eve. This is a painkiller, so like ibuprofen. Most contain caffeine, by the way, so if you don't want caffeine in your painkillers here, you're going to need to get the kids' version. Next is Gaster-10. This is acid reflux help, so you're going to be some exciting stuff over here, so you might need this. Next is Paburon Gold A. This is another classic for cold and cough and fever. Seirogen. This is for diarrhea or upset stomach. It smells absolutely horrible, but it works pretty well. You have Cabagine. This is for acid reflux and bloating. Bufferin. This is another pain relief option, which is known for being more gentle on your stomach. We do have like Allegra, Claritin. Zyrtec is called Contact Z here for allergies. If you get bit by an insect, we have Muhi Baby, which is not just for babies, it's for all ages. Next, they also have these really good little canker sore patches you can get here that I'm a notorious user of. Of course, you have Salon Pass, Salon Pass, I don't know how you would say this in like American English, for muscle and joint pain. These are good if you get sore from walking. And of course, there's like rhinitis sprays. So there's a fair amount of fast-acting relief for sinus congestion. Some important notes. Most packaging is not in English, go figure. So use the Google Translate camera mode. It works surprisingly well. The staff at drugstores outside of like major tourist areas usually can't speak English, but many of them are still used to helping tourists. As long as you're polite, you'll be fine. If you have a lot of symptoms, maybe that you need some kind of over-the-counter medicine for, you might want to even use ChatGPT to sort of write up a list of your symptoms, so then you can show it to them and they can help you find something appropriate. Also note that the medications I mentioned are obviously intended for adults. So please check with staff if you have children. There's usually a little children's section in every drugstore, and you'll know it when you see it because they'll have little like anime people and animals on every single one of the medications. All right, part 3. What is the difference between a pharmacy, a drugstore, and a convenience store? So a convenience store, or konbini, like 7-Eleven, Lawson, Family Mart, these are great for things like cold drinks, hydration powders, maybe a basic fever patch, and usually stomach upset medicine, but they'll have nothing stronger than that. A drugstore like Matsumoto Kiyoshi, these are best for over-the-counter meds, painkillers, cold medicine. By the way, sometimes when you find something OTC at a drugstore, it will end up being something that you'll need to talk to staff about if it has maybe certain ingredients in it. So sometimes you'll be at the checkout just trying to buy it, and suddenly the staff will come up and you'll start panicking. You'll be like, what are they talking to me about? Just again, Google Translate would be best for that. They just want to check that you understand the instructions of the medication before they send you on your way with it. And you have a yakkyoku, which is a licensed pharmacy where you fill prescriptions, and these are often located directly next to clinics for your convenience. So I would stick to drugstores unless you need a prescription filled. Number 4 is I recommend building a simple travel health kit first. So if you pack a small kit of essentials when you come to Japan or literally anywhere else, you are already going to be a step above everyone else. So here's what to bring in from home. I always recommend bringing your preferred painkillers, whether that be ibuprofen, acetaminophen, whatever you have that you like and know works for you. Tummy medicine, maybe Pepto or Imodium, antacid, tablets, if that's something you tend to need, and you might need it surprisingly when you get here. One electrolyte packet or powdered drink mix. You can find them here, but if you have one you like already, that's good. A few Band-Aids is always good. Alcohol wipes is always good. A small thermometer, some hand sanitizer, a printed copy of your travel insurance if you have it, and all of these will save you time and confusion if you do start to feel off. So real quick, some medicines that might be more common overseas are banned in Japan. So no Sudafed or anything with pseudoephedrine, no Adderall or Ritalin, no narcotics, and no CBD oil. So what you can bring, by the way, is up to a 1-month supply of most non-narcotic prescription medicines. So if you need a prescription medication that you take regularly, you can take up to a 1-month supply of it. You can also bring up to a 2-month supply of over-the-counter drugs, as long as they are not Sudafed, basically. You always want to bring your medications in the original packaging with a doctor's note if needed. If you need to bring a greater supply of certain medications than I just said you could, you might need to get a Yakkan Shomei certificate. So if you're coming here for a longer period of time, maybe you're studying abroad, working, you're going to need probably that Japanese import permission, and you apply in advance through Japan's Ministry of Health, Labor, and Welfare, and they'll get back to you fairly quickly, but they recommend doing it at least around 2 weeks in advance of your trip over. So part 5, when you actually need to see a doctor. So of course, most things will pass with rest and medicine, but if you have a high fever for more than 2 to 3 days, you can't keep food down, you're clearly getting worse, don't wait. You can potentially ask your hotel concierge for help finding a nearby clinic. You can use the JNTO English Language 24-hour hotline, which I will link in the description. You can also just search English-speaking clinic city that you're in. So big cities, Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, all have pretty solid options of English-speaking doctors available. So when you go to a clinic, you'll get treated, and then usually you'll pay there. And then you can submit a claim to your insurance if you have any. Regardless, expect around 5,000 to 10,000 yen for a simple clinic visit. Also, many clinics only take walk-ins, though more and more have a place where you can make an appointment online in advance, usually like the morning of or something, And also, quite a few still only take cash, so come prepared with more than enough cash than you think you might need. Same applies for when you go to pharmacies. Oftentimes, they only take cash as well for your medications. So getting sick on vacation is the worst, but if it happens here, you've got options. Japanese pharmacies are accessible, the staff are kind, and most issues can be handled with a quick trip to the store and a little rest. So check out our blog post for a list of common medicines and useful phrases. And if you're coming to Kyoto, we offer photography and tours, so you can check out the links below for more info on that. Safe travels and take care of yourself while you're here. See you guys.